Here at Max Tech, we've been testing and using Dreame products for a very long time now, and they keep innovating every year with new products releases. And today, I want to show you the H14 Pro wet and dry vacuum from our channel sponsor Dreame, and it has features that are very similar to the H14 that my wife and I have been using at our house for well over 2 months now, and we love it. The H14 Pro has amazing cleaning abilities, and with the edge-to-edge roller that gets really close to the baseboards, and with the 180-degree lie flat feature that gets you into places you weren't able to reach, which is a game changer. And yes, this vacuum cleans up wet and dry messes. This vacuum is no doubt a great addition to your home for many reasons, and I'll explain further in this video. Now, the H14 Pro has 5 differences that I'll talk about, but first let me show you what you get in the box and the quick setup process. The unboxing experience was great as usual, and it comes with these extras. I removed all of the protective film, then I inserted the handle into the main body, then I added the cleaning solution that conveniently comes in the box, and then I filled the cleaning solution box that the H14 Pro now comes with, compared to the H14, which you have to manually add the solution to the clean water, which is a very nice upgrade on the Pro. Then I simply plugged in the base station and installed the vacuum onto the base station to get it charged to 100% before first use. It came with an extra roller and a filter, which is really nice to have, and for maintenance, this long soft brush that doubles as a hair removal on the handle, which is a clever design. And lastly, this cleaning solution that is pet friendly and safe for children, and it'll actually improve your cleaning performance of the floors. And now let's jump into the design of the H14 Pro. At first glance, you might think that they are the same, but the Pro has a few things that are different. The obvious difference is the larger wheels that you see on the H14 Pro. And now we get this light on the front of the roller, which is really nice because now you can see when it's a little darker without a problem. And lastly, the cleaning solution box on the Pro where the solution goes for automatic dispersal, which is definitely a big plus, so you don't have to do it manually. So let's start with the cleaning abilities. Anything you put it up against, it tackles it really well, either if it's ketchup or anything that's on the floor, which is nice. And now we have glide wheel power system that is algorithm based, and when it goes back and forth, it makes it easier to handle so anybody can vacuum without a problem. Now, the best feature in my opinion is the 180-degree lie flat that allows me to get under furniture and chairs without moving them. And of course, the only limitation is the size of the brush and the body of the vacuum. When it lays down, it's about 14 centimeters, which is perfect for my application, and it goes under the cabinets that I have in my office at home, which fits perfectly every time. And how does it do that? Well, it's a pretty genius design. They developed a liquid separation motor that spins really fast at all times, and when it lays down flat, the water cannot get back into the suction motor backflow because of the centrifugal force, which is genius. And to mitigate any scratches on the back of the vacuum, there's an omnidirectional wheel that keeps in contact with the floor at all times, so your vacuum keeps looking newer for longer. And hair is also picked up effortlessly with an internal tooth comb scraper that digs deep into the roller so the hair doesn't get tangles, which is really nice to see Dreame fix a common issue that wet and dry vacs have. And what's really nice is that the H14 Pro is slim enough to fit into tighter spaces that our plug-in Dyson can't reach. But now this vacuum can because of its unique design with the edge-to-edge roller that gets really close to the edge to clean and mop close to the baseboards and around objects that other vacuums simply can't reach. Another great feature is the smart cleaning solution distribution. What this does is once you fill up the container, you get a full month of cleaning solution, which is really nice, and the 120 milliliter tank mixes the solution concentration from 1 to 200 all the way up to a 1 to 30 ratio for heavier cleaning power. And all of this is done automatically. Just press that extra button on the handle, but if you want even more control, now you have that with the app, but more on that later. I really like the LED display that you have on the front of the vacuum that shows you vital information like battery percentage, and when you're cleaning your floors, it actually shows you how dirty the floors are, so you know when you could move on from a stain. because it will go from red, which is really dirty, to yellow, to almost clean, and green to perfectly clean. So it's a really good visual guide to show you how clean your floors are, which is really nice to have, and it's almost like a game for me, so cleaning is more fun. Now with the Dreame Home Smart App Control, you get additional features that the H14 misses out on, but with the H14 Pro and the app, you can easily set full custom suction power and water flow to match whatever floor material you have. So if you have really sensitive floors, you can also turn down the water amount to not damage the floors, which is really nice. And you can also set a schedule for the roller to be cleaned at a certain time. Say you get finished cleaning with the floors and guests come over, but you don't want it to start right away, and you can set it for a later time so that you don't forget to have it clean and dried before next use. Another benefit of the app is that it'll notify you when it's time to change out any of the consumables on the vacuum, like the filter or the brush, which is really nice because sometimes you forget how long you've been using something before it needs changing. And lastly, you get over-the-air updates with the app, because Dreame is constantly improving their products, and it's a great benefit for consumers. Once all of the cleaning is done, the last step is to put it on the base station for self-cleaning, with really hot 60 degrees Celsius water to be exact, and by agitating the roller back and forth for the cleanest roller. Then we dispose of the gross and dirty water in the tank, and the base station will start drying the mop. And what's really nice is that they give us two options for drying the mop. The first option is the fastest, it's 5 minutes to be exact, but it is a little bit louder, but you get a dry mop quicker. The second option is the slower drying. That gives you quieter drying, but does it in 1 hour. So if you don't need to use it right away, waiting is probably not a big deal. And the big benefit of drying the mop with hot air is that you get no mold buildup like other vacuums have that start to stink and you have to clean it more often. But with this base station and vacuum, you don't have to worry about it at all. And in the 2 months that I've had the H14, it still smells really fresh, which is really good. The vacuum suction of the H14 Pro is really good at 18,000 PAs, which gets you a total runtime of around 40 minutes, which is 5 minutes more than the H14, which is really nice. And you get 4 modes instead of 3 on the H14. You get auto, suction, ultra, and custom, which is set by using the application. And with the overall weight, it is slightly heavier than the H14, but in everyday use, it isn't that noticeable. And I would definitely take heavier with better battery life over a lighter one with less battery capacity. And with that, the buttons on the vacuum that are on the handle do a combination of things, like powering on the vacuum, turning on the self-cleaning mode when it's on the base station, and this button that switches on between the modes. And the suction mode is really useful when you have a large spill like I have right here, and you can see how quickly it picked up the water with one go and it sucked it up into the dirty water tank, so no more large spills ruining your floors. And yes, it's that easy. The large capacity clean water tank is nice at 880 milliliters, which is bigger than most wet and dry vacs out there, and with that you have to fill up the tank less often. The H14 Pro is definitely a step up from the competition like Tinco or even Roborock with their handheld wet and dry vacs, with features that beat them out, like the better suction power, larger cleaner water tanks, and having the fastest drying cycle on wet and dry vacs. So Dreame is definitely stepping into the right direction with their innovation when it comes to their products. And I currently have their R20 cordless stick vacuum that we use on our stairs and dusting around the house and also on the couches. And I also have their Dreame X40 Ultra that does a fantastic job around the house maintaining our floors while we're away to keep our house clean. And this H14 Pro is a great addition to our family of vacuums that we have to get heavy dirt off the floors. So overall, I'm really happy with the H14 Pro and what it can do in my house or your home if you choose to get one, which I hope you do because you won't be disappointed. And I'll have the links in the video description for you to check it out and possibly get it for your family as a gift or get one for yourself. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and click that subscribe button above. I'm Ben, and we'll see you in the next video.